For my Journalism 108 Media Analysis project, I will be discussing and analyzing the effect that social media has played on politics and warfare alike. As we learned from the Frontline documentary, The Facebook Dilemma, social media began strictly as a platform to meet and interact with people over the internet, which falls in standard with the Facebook mission statement, give people the power to build community and bring the world closer together. In recent times, we have been able to witness the social media giants such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram create societal divisions and incite malice and deceit. This is why I argue that social media has been weaponized into an over-politicized and capitalistic battleground.
In this video, I will first discuss how this deceit takes form in politics, more specifically the 2016 US presidential election. We will then turn to how social media has influenced modern warfare and the ramifications of it. Finally, we will begin to hypothesize how this could impact politics and global conflict in the future. The 2016 presidential election was revolutionary in the way it was so heavily influenced by social media. In the Conversation article, Donald Trump tweeted himself into the White House by Shantavia Johnson. She says 1 in 5 people report changing their views on a political or social issue because of something they read on social media, and nearly the same amount say they changed their views about a specific candidate based on what they read there. Trump is the grand master of Twitter politics, as explained in Katie Tur's book Unbelievable. She allows us to see how this quote-unquote infectious personality was able to connect and resonate with millions of people, creating an almost cult-like following. These people were drawn to the personal and candid tweets that Trump would post on his Twitter page. According to a study by Oren Sur, Catherine Ogi-Navoa, and David Lazar for the Political article, The Data Behind Trump's Twitter Takeover, Trump had already amassed approximately 15,000 tweets by April of 2016, averaging 16,082 likes or retweets per month. With such an impressionable and diehard following, the opportunity for corruption and deception is catastrophic, and Donald Trump took advantage. In Unbelievable, Tur documents the spread of large amounts of misinformation, misleading narratives, and falsehoods spread by Russian bot accounts. The undercover false social media identities created by Russian intelligence agents whose main goal was to spread this misinformation. For example, Tur recalls Trump hosting misleading and staged events for the purpose of gaining publicity and causing hysteria in the social media society. These events were later dubbed pseudo events. All of this would eventually lead to the impeachment of Donald Trump. With all this conflicting and misleading stories being spread, it creates public distrust in journalism, making it ever more important that we stand by the journalistic code of ethics and news values that we discussed in Week 3. In the book Like War by Emerson T. Brooking and P.W. Singer, we observe how social media was used in war efforts for both better and worse. With platforms now available for citizens to connect with one another and express opinions freely, it allows for many like-minded individuals to connect and express their viewpoints, experiences, and opinions. One of the best examples comes in the Egyptian Civil War, where citizens connected on Facebook and Twitter expressing their distaste for the current government and began to protest for a new one. CBS's news video, titled Egypt's Internet Revolution, captures this time in history and sheds light on the situation in real time.
This is Daniel Seberg in New York. It's been called the Twitter, even the Facebook revolution. First, the revolt in Tunisia. Now, the chaos in Egypt. Young people in both countries turn to the internet to organize rallies and spread a message of dissent. In Egypt, the current protests began early last week, announced on Facebook, word of which rapidly spread on Twitter. According to American University of Cairo journalism professor Firas Al-Atrakchi.
People were tweeting on Tuesday, January 25th from Liberation Square in downtown Cairo, and their friends, colleagues, or other people who were following these tweets said, hey, I should be out there, I should be standing in solidarity with them.
With the ability and access to connect and communicate with everyone nearly instantly, it has changed the way wars are began and fought. Countries are much less able to censor content from its citizens and police negative opinions from its inhabitants, giving the average person much more power than they would have had in the past. The invention of social media has changed the world we live in and will continue to as more users join and the platforms themselves continue to evolve. Thank you for a wonderful semester, and I wish you and your family a happy holiday break and good health.